Hello everyone, I am Dhruva and I am here to teach you mathematics, and the first chapter I will try to teach you is integers. This chapter belongs to the class 7 textbook and this is the first chapter of the textbook. So before learning integers, we'll have to know some types of numbers, and the first type of numbers is natural numbers. Okay, so natural numbers. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers are those numbers which are used to count. So some examples of natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. All of these numbers are positive, and the smallest natural number is 1. Okay. Now we will move to the whole numbers, and if you try to understand the concept of whole numbers, then whole numbers start from the number 0. After that we will move to 1, then 2, then 3, and so on. Now you can see that every natural number here is a part of whole number, because 1 is a natural number, it is also a whole number. 2 is a natural number, but it is also a whole number. So we can say that all the natural numbers are whole numbers. But can we say that all the whole numbers are natural numbers? We cannot say, because 0 is whole number, but this is not a natural number. So if we try to clear the concepts, natural number starts from 1 and whole numbers start from 0. So 0 is the smallest whole number and 1 is the smallest natural number. After that we will have to move to the topic integers. So before knowing integers, we will have to concentrate on a topic. So we'll have to draw a line which is known as number line, and in the middle of the number line we can represent 0 here. So 0 is a number which is neither positive nor negative. So you can expect a question in your examinations that whether 0 is whether 0 is positive or negative. State whether 0 is positive or negative. So you can say there that 0 is neither positive nor negative, but the numbers which are on the right hand side of 0 are positive numbers, such that 1, 2, 3, 4, all of these are at equal intervals. So when we move from 0 to the right, we will get the first number 1. Okay, the second number 2, the third number 3, the fourth number 4, and so on. So we cannot find the end of this number line to the right and also to the left. So numbers are increasing when we move to the right, and the numbers are decreasing when we move to the left. So the number which is just left to 0 is -1, the number which is just left to -1 is -2, then -3, then -4, and so on. So if we can say that when we move from left to right on the number line, the numbers are continuously increasing. But if we move from the right to the left, then the numbers are continuously decreasing. So here we can use the greater than sign and less than sign. So 0 is less than 1, 1 is less than 2, 2 is less than 3, 3 is less than 4, and so on and on. Again, we can say that -4 is less than -3, which is less than -2, which is less than -1, and -1 is less than 0. So you can see here that when we move from left to right, the numbers are increasing, and when we move from right to left, the numbers are continuously decreasing. Okay. So the positive numbers are on the right hand side of 0 and the negative numbers are on the left hand side of 0. Now we will try to learn the properties of integers. Okay, so integers include three types of numbers. The first one is positive, the second one is negative, and the third one, there is only one type of that number, which is 0, which is neither positive nor negative. Now we will move to the closure property. closure under addition. So before moving to closure property, we will look into some concepts. So you are given two numbers. One is 2 and the second one is suppose 5. Okay, so you will have to take four cases: 2 5, 2 5 and 2 5. There are four cases. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to put different signs there, positive or negative. So before 2 there is a positive sign, before 5 there is a positive sign, and in the second case we will take negative sign before 2 and positive sign before 5. After that we will take -2, then -5, and after that we will take +2 and -5. Now what you have to do, is you have to look the sign before the numbers, whether the signs are same or whether the signs are different. Just like in the first case, you can see here that there is a positive sign before 2 and there is a positive sign before 5. So we can say that the signs before the numbers are same, right? And in the third case, the sign before 5 is minus and the sign before 2 is minus. So we can say in the third case the signs before the numbers are same. So when the signs are same, we will have to add those numbers. Try to learn this. Okay, try to remember this thing, and you will have to remember this every single moment. And when there are same sign before two numbers, then we will have to add those numbers. So in the first case and in the third case, I will mark here with yellow sign. In the first case and in the third case, you can see that the signs before the numbers are same. So you will have to add those numbers. That is 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. Now in the third case, the numbers, they have same sign, but the signs are negative. Even in that case, you will have to add those numbers. That is 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. But you will have to put the sign which is before the larger number. Okay, so in the first case, you will have to take the sign which is before 5. The sign before 5 is plus, so you'll have to put plus here. So 7 is positive. Even if you don't put plus sign there, then it implies that there is a plus sign before 7. That is 7 is positive. But in the third case, you can see that the numbers having same sign before them, we have already added them and we have got 7, but we will have to put the negative sign because there is a negative sign before 5. So we will put here negative, minus. But in the second and fourth case, you can see that the numbers have different signs before them. Before 2 there is a negative sign and before 5 there is a positive sign, right? So in that case, you will have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So you'll have to subtract 2 from 5. So when you subtract 2 from 5, you will get 3. And in the fourth case, you can see there is a positive sign before 2 and there is a negative sign before 5. So you will have to subtract 2 from 5 and then you will get 3. But you will have to put the sign which is before the larger number. So in the second case, the larger number is 5, and in the fourth case, the larger number is 5. So what you have to do is you will have to put positive sign before 3, and this positive sign came from the sign which is before the larger number, which is 5. And you will have to put negative sign here before 3. You will have to put negative sign because the sign before 5 is negative. So these are the basic concepts when you add two integers, right? Now we will take other cases, like suppose you will take 3 and 8. So there will be four cases: 3 and 8, 3 and 8, 3 and 8, 3 and 8. But you'll have to put different signs. So plus 3 plus 8, plus 3 minus 8, minus 3 minus 8, then minus 3 plus 8. So in the first case and in the third case, right, in the first case and in the third case, you can see the signs before the numbers are same. So what you have to do is you'll have to add those numbers, and when you add 8 and 3 you will get 11. So when you add 8 and 3 you will get 11. But in the second and fourth case, you can see that the signs before the numbers are different. So you'll have to subtract 3 from 8 and then you will get 5. And in the fourth case, you'll get the same result, but you will have to put the sign, because the sign is important. Which number is positive and which number is negative, you will have to make that visible on your copy. So you'll have to put positive sign because positive sign is before 8. You'll have to put negative sign here because negative sign is before 8. You'll have to put negative sign here because there is a negative sign before 8, and you'll have to put positive sign here because there is a positive sign before 8. So just like this, you will have to add these integers. So you have got some idea how to add integers. Now we will move to the closure property under addition. So in case of closure property, you can see there are some statements. The first statement is 17 plus 23 is equal to 40. In the second case, you observe that there is a negative 10 and there is a positive 3. In the third case, you can see that there is minus 75 and plus 18. So we will have to add these numbers, and the basic rule is the rule that I have just taught you. Now see here, the numbers, the integers. So we are taking the integers, so we will specifically talk about integers and their properties. So this closure property under addition is for integers, not for natural numbers, not for whole numbers. This is completely based on integers. So what is closure property? In case of integers, if you add one integer a with another integer b, because this is closure under addition, right? So when you add two integers, then you will get another integer. If you get another integer, then you can say that integers obey the closure property under addition. So to obey closure property, two integers will have to give one integer. That means if the sum of two integers is an integer, then we can say that integers obey the closure property under addition. But this must be true for all integers. Like if you say 17 and 23, you will get 40. In case of minus 10 and 3, you can see that the signs before the numbers are different, so you will have to subtract 3 from 10 and then you will get 7. But before 10 there is a negative sign. Before 10 there is a negative sign, so you'll have to put negative sign here. In case of 75 and 18, so there is a negative sign before 75 and positive sign before 18, so you'll have to subtract 18 from 75, then you will get 15 minus 8, that will be 7, and 6 minus 1, that will be 5, 57. So 8 plus 7, 15, 15 वहाँ पे 5 है, और 15 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1, this is 7. Okay, so the result is 57. 57. You can put 57 here, but the sign before the larger number is negative, so you'll have to put negative sign here. So we can see here that the sum of any two integer is also an integer. So we can say that integers obey the closure property under addition. Now we will move to closure property under subtraction. So in case of subtraction, the basic rule is same, but you'll have to remember some sign conventions like प्लस इंटू प्लस मतलब पॉजिटिव इंटू पॉजिटिव, पॉजिटिव इंटू पॉजिटिव क्या होगा वहाँ पे पॉजिटिव, देन निगेटिव इंटू पॉजिटिव this will be negative, positive into negative this will be negative, and negative into negative this will be positive. So you will have to remember these basic rules before learning integers. So keep these things in mind and I will teach you how to apply these things. So in case of 17 minus 21, so before that we will talk about 7 minus 9. So there is a positive sign before 7 and the signs before the numbers are different, so we will subtract 7 from 9, you will get 2, but the sign before the larger number is minus, so you will have to put minus here. In case of 17 minus 21, in case of 17 minus 21, so 17 here minus they will combine to give positive sign, then there's 21, so after adding 21 and 17 you will get 38. So 38 is also an integer. So here we are adding two integers. The first integer is 17, so sorry, we are subtracting an integer from an integer, and the first integer is 17 and we are subtracting minus 21 from 17, then we are getting the result 38, which is also an integer. In every case you will get an integer when you subtract one integer from the another integer. So in case of minus 29 and 0, so there is minus 29 and 0, if you subtract 0 from anything then you will get that thing. So in case of minus 29 minus 0 you will get minus 29. In case of minus 18 minus 18, see here there is minus 18, then minus 18, so you will have to combine this minus and minus, these minus and minus you will have to combine this, then you will get first of all minus 18, then these minuses will combine to form plus, or there will be a plus 18. So minus 18 and plus 18 they will combine to give 0. So the result is 0, but 0 is also an integer. So we are getting integers when we subtract one integer from another integer. So we can say that closure property is also obeyed in case of subtraction of integers. So we have already discussed about closure property under addition and subtraction. After that you will have to move to the commutative property, but for this class up to closure property under subtraction is enough. We will move to the commutative property part in the next class. If you like my videos, then please press the like button, share my video with your friends, and then if you have not subscribed to my channel then you can subscribe to it. Okay, thank you.